Hey, what if you could purchase a couple of ingredients at the store, mix them together, come up with the ultimate fire starter that is no frills, very cheap, 100% works, better than probably anything you're going to find or pay for. That's what I got here, and this is just a regular magnesium fire stick and an old rusty pocket knife. Nothing special at all. Look at that. Throw a couple leaves on. Pretty awesome, huh? That thing will burn for a long time. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this and show you some a couple items you need for, say, survivalists or simply backpacking and hiking. So let's get going. Hey, I want to put a video or some videos, maybe a string of them up on outdoors for items for survivalists or even camping or whatever you want to call it. You know, if there was natural disasters, are you ready to fend for yourself or anything like that as far as if you don't have access to clean water or food? Do you got something you can grab and be able to supply yourself with it or your family? I've run across a lot of neat things through the course of the years, so I'm going to share some of them with you. Video one, it'll probably be, like I said, just with water and food. You know, what you can do to have that available or in case something happens. So let's get rolling. Are you prepared at all if, say, something happens, a natural disaster where you lose power for weeks, or actually you maybe, worst case scenario, you literally got to survive off the land? I don't care if you live out in the country or in town or wherever, there's stuff you can do to have a little go bag ready that's cheap. You do have your essentials, and today we're going to cover water and food. Start out with water or hydration. Get these professional personal water filter straws, and this one here had come from Roaring Fire Gear at Amazon storefront. They just kind of started up. I've known the owner from past video reviews with flashlights and that, so they wanted to know if I wanted to try a couple things out. One is this, and then a backpack. These personal filter straws, I mean, they could be lifesavers. And nobody sits there and thinks about it, but if you don't have running water, I don't care where you're at, like I said, in town or anywhere, these water filters actually come in quite handy. Now this comes packaged like this. It's actually very simple to use. I bought this dry box basically at Walmart for like, I don't know, $5. So you can run the original packaging or do what I'm doing. To use them, one, it comes with a plastic bag to fill up with the water. Pull the cap off, put it in a river or runoff or something like that with whatever dirty water, and you take your filter. Once it's full, you can stick it on like this, get it full, make sure there ain't really no air in there, tighten it down, and have the water dripping. Take the provided straw, have that attached to your filter, and you could basically just suck out of it like that with the water down below. Or, better yet, what I would do is you can take any pop bottles, fill them up with water, lid on, and squeeze them, and drink the water that way. If you have more than one bottle, you could literally do that and fill up another bottle. So it's actually very simple to use. The last method, of course, is drink right straight out of, say, a stream bed or something, where you suck the water right out of it. It's pretty handy, actually very handy, cheap. I would recommend getting stuff like this someday if you need it. It's there, and it does come with some spare clips and that. That pretty much takes care of the water, which is probably the most important. Now here's the specs on it. Shelf time's 5 years. Filter lifespan, 1,500 liters of water. I just noticed one, they connect the water bag, you can put the straw into the bag and then to that too. That's pretty neat. And number two for today, to have your food in that to carry everything in, would be a backpack. Now this is a 30-liter military style backpack. That's came from Roaring Fire Gear as well, and I really like this. It's a smaller backpack and a lot of pockets in it, which will kind of go through and see, and you got dual zippers, and the zippers themselves are very heavy. I mean, I'm impressed with this thing. But there's, inside of it, you have this pouch, you have a zippered area in here to store, say, I don't know, your wallet or something like that. A lot of room. And what I like about the dual zippers everywhere is you don't have to unzip the one side all the way around to get at something. You literally can have it right here and reach down in. But you've got a little dual zippered front pouch right here. Dual zippered, a larger dual pouch zippered area with actually some spots for pens and stuff like that if you wanted. A little bit of a secret compartment there. And very, very heavy canvas. I'm telling you that right now. It's pretty impressed with it, to be honest with you. Opens up quite well. I'm about 200 pounds. Beautiful with room to spare. You could run this front rear strap if you want. It fits quite well. Actually, the pack, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'm going to use this for metal detecting and everything else, to be honest with you. And I'll just leave it as the go bag because that's handy, and I always got it there ready. So now we got to fill it up. Back to originally what I'd started about the fire starters. If you don't already know, I'd recommend you get it. Is regular cotton balls and a jar of Vaseline, or they call petroleum jelly. You get that, take a cotton ball, throw it in. Don't need too much, but make sure you got a good, decent amount on there. I pulled them apart a little bit. Initially it'll be messy making these up, but man, I'm telling you, they're hard to beat. Like I originally did, I used a smaller fire striker and an old pocket knife. I'm telling you, this is just very hard to beat. It's windier than heck out. All these gadgets they got online and that, I mean, they got some pretty wicked stuff out there, but I mean, I'm in a lot of wind, and it's all you need. What I end up doing is took an old vitamin pill bottle, and I got quite a bit of them in there already pre-made up, and that way I can just put this striker in there and that old pocket knife, seal it up watertight, and got enough fire starters for probably hundreds of fires ready to go. Throw that right in that backpack. Pretty awesome. Like I said, that'll burn just an immense amount of time. And hot. I don't even know how long this would go. I bet you this thing would go another 10 minutes like this. I already got this stick on fire. Can't beat it. Not for a fire starter. Vaseline that I've had laying around on there lit this stick on fire. Now that's going. Pretty neat. Very cheap fire starter. Only thing with it, if it does get wet, it is hard to start, but you can dry that out, and you always got it. It will dry out, and you can reuse it. Just say if it were to somehow get wet. But if you get a pill bottle, something like that, everything's there. You ain't got no issues at all. Now, you got your water covered in your fire, but you don't have no food. Down the road, we're going to get into more into food, but the basics on the food, you can order all this stuff for survivals and off from websites, or you go into the outdoor section at Walmart and you got emergency ration bars. Now, I've had these a while. This is 2,400 calories, 5-year shelf life. This says expiration date March of 21. I've had these a couple years. So you'd want to change them out or use them January of 21. But what I like better than actually even these, all right, here's where you got to go to get your food. that you want to pack away. I'm at the dollar store, but I'll show you the dates when I get home. Save a lot of money by doing this. Jerky, like this one's Best by 2021. Jerky's very good to pack. Getting these are very cheap. In actuality, I got all this. I'm already Spam, single classic Spam bags, 3 bags of jerky, some Slim Jims, individual, canned of Vienna sausage or whatever. All that actually came to $20 for one person. If you're out, something happened, hurricane or floods, no electricity, no nothing. All this you can eat without cooking, but you can cook if you want. But like the jerky, Sweet Baby Ray's, they're good. They're actually good. And you look at expiration dates on these things, 2022 of June. I mean, you're talking literally 3 years. These $1 singles will last. You could put it in your go bag, have stuff ready for dirt cheap. But just go through and you look at the dates, best before 2023 on this lunch meat. Just to start out your go bag, I'm going to end up putting, we'll see, most of this in there in the fire starter. And you got your water, your food. Next up, we'll probably cover the shelter as well. But right now, I just wanted to cover the basics, starting this go bag and having the essentials in there. Pick up your knives and stuff like that. Protection would be coming next, or hunting food. This, of course, isn't going to last forever, but definitely get a start. At least you know you're going to make it a little while with this and water. You'll probably eat this bag of this and last you one person a week. I'm going to get all this stuff packed up in the bag and we'll see how it fits. All right, I have literally everything that I showed you packed into this 30-liter bag. I mean, everything. The Starkist type stuff in here. There's still room in there for more of that. This pouch, I got that knife and a striker in there, a decent knife and a striker in there handy. And this little bit bigger pouch is all them, the beef jerky, the snack sticks, and I do believe other stuff, the canned foods down in there. The bigger pack in the back, I got the dry box right here with the water, filter, and the fire starter in there. And then a couple of these, the Walmart food rations. Doesn't take up hardly any room. You take this, throw it in the closet, and the day come, you needed it, you got it. There we are. Ready to roll. Ready to hit the woods. Go ahead and check that link out. I'll provide the links for whatever I had on here, what I have, especially with the Roaring Fire backpack and then the water bottle. And a lot of the other stuff, like I said, you go to Dollar General, you can pick that stuff up for literally nothing. And then you just keep an idea on how long you've had it in there. Always going to be prepared. Till the next time.